Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Taranto Coastline. In these stands the Jeffest of JefG, fighting for freedom and democracy. As always, here with the US 45th Infantry Division with Armoured and Assault Units, plus a weapon support in the start there. In the south it is Ray, fighting for the Deutsches Afrika Korps, the German Army. Standing here with the 90th Panzergrenadier straight to backside and Panzergrenadier. So we off to the races here, early 30 cals as well for JefG. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. And a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking my videos. Helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms, which otherwise try to, bury me away there. So assault units out here for JefG. The US assault units were not organically part of any division. They were rather sort of specialized detachments that could be attached wherever they were needed. Unlike the German pioneers, in the divisions were typically, assault specialists and assault troops as well. They did, of course, have sort of more regular building units, but those were more more independent elements that could be attached wherever. They even had the specific ones for the railroads, the Eisenbahnpioniere. Fun fact there. So 30 cal, second assault unit squad on the way there for JefG. Back in the south here, Ray focusing, of course, a bit here and there. Partly, of course, he can cover more terrain with the bike. Of course, the Americans can also do the scouts, but JefG, interesting enough, has not gone for a scout-heavy start. But again, that's it. This map, of course, does favour assault units to an extent due to them having, of course, a fair bit of submachine gun firepower, being cheap, and this being a pretty small, close, and dense map. So switching the back, aggressively northwards here. Noting, couldn't even try grabbing the victory point here, but Ray is more focused on resources, and I guess this victory point here. So interesting tactical shift there by Ray. Not a bad one though at all. I think that displays some interesting fluidity there, of course. So thumbs up to that. And more assault units here for JefG. First shots fired here, this one being met with Panzerpioniere and Panzergrenadier. Bike rush again. Third assault unit squad there almost done. For JefG, already got several units on the field. And there go charging forwards. Ray's troops, of course, not expecting a 30 cal there. But JefG, of course, was ready for Ray to attack. Following up with the 250 half-track, the Leichtschützen Panzerwagen. So only one way to try and deal with this. I mean, right now, JefG's build here doesn't exactly have a lot of ways to stop a 250 half-track here in the early game. So, we'll have to go for some bazookas soon. And I imagine, of course, the Wilsons, weapon support center, you can go for bazookas. Shifting southwards here. Basically, no point in trying to fight here where there's a machine gun. We got mines being laid down, obviously, in part due to, of course, expecting a 250 half-track is going to come after the 30 cal. Plus, of course, even if the 30 cal or half-track doesn't run into it, it can still catch up some other units like infantry or another light vehicle like the bike. Second 30 cal there for JefG, bring in more machine guns to keep those Germans in check. Popping into the 250 over the flamethrower pioneers, classic combo there. Sandbags here with the 30 cal to make it more defensible. Half-track flanking in there. He's looking to flank in, of course. This mine, of course, is going to pay off beautifully for that. Assault unit charging the Panzer goes back, can, of course, try and support with his bit of health. And there you go. Half-track flanking in there and narrowly avoids the mine. Whew. That's got to be a real bitter moment there for JefG, just watching the Germans right past. It's like, come on, man. What is he talking about? Did they hide something again in this dirt? No. Don't trust those Americans. Anyways, bazooka team here for JefG. I'm surprisingly, having just watched the Germans completely undermine his mine defense. Completely throw everything into chaos and disarray as the 30 cals are unable to withstand such mechanized infantry prowess as Ray can display in the name of Deutschland. Assault units closing the Panzergrenadiers here, quickly falling back to some old tracks here. Assault units closing in, but they're getting focused down pretty aggressively. I don't think this is a great engagement over here for JefG, and of course the arrival of the half-track very much, cements that as not being a great engagement. Pushing northwards here with a mixture of depleted troops, low in health, but JefG needs that fuel for something else, it seems. And we got Arms 40 up for Ray. Classic battle group pick here. So, not much of a surprise there. It may not be the flashiest of the battle groups, but it just offers a lot of utility, which is why it tends to pop up a lot in 1v1. And there you go, half-track knock bazooka team there, completely blowing it apart. And we see here a quick riot here from Array, going for the fast support elements. Had briefly considered an MD-34, but something there clearly told him it was not going to work out. Meanwhile, tech there for JefG with the infantry support center. And south side here, Panzer Grenadiers grabbing southern point. So, good win there, of course, for JefG. Certainly gives them a bit more an edge than now in terms of unit numbers. That's going to make things a bit tougher there. We've got more Panzer peeling up for Ray. I'm guessing in part minesweepers. There could also be more flamethrowers. But certainly there's an opponent who's got like several assault engineer squads out. You really want some minesweepers out. I mean, basically any, you know, army that certainly has a lot of engineer units out. Be the assault engineers out, regular engineers, sappers, falchion pioneers, panzer pioneers, whatever. Like, if they get a lot of them out, you typically want at least one minesweeper out. Because, again, they're going to be laying down mines if they know what they're doing. No, cancels that. Goes to that for the Axis and infantry Geschütz 18. I mean, does make sense. Partly, again, opponent has a lot of machine guns, but also, this is a really small map. Like, and this means an artillery piece like this becomes incredibly valuable because they can cover such a large part of the map here. Tony's closing in there. Panzer's in a bit of trouble here. We got the munition surplus on the way there. Artillery firing in the MG. Of course, the bonus it has there makes it tougher for it to deal with that. So he's being attacked by the flak feeling half-track, unleashing hell with its 4 20mm autocannons. Further up north here, we got German forces. They're trying to defend the northern victory point from the Americans. JefG, I think, trying to bait here Ray perhaps into a slightly disadvantageous engagement. Perhaps all trying to catch a light vehicle there with the bazooka team. There you go, German forces moving in there. Making very sure here to, of course, keep units in front of the flak fill in case of the bazooka team around here. Thumbs up to Ray. You definitely don't want to like get too close to the bazooka team there with your half tracks. And there you go. Still get some shot there through the hedges. You can attack through that. Doing a lot of damage here. Couldn't even possibly take out the half track. A bit of good luck now. So, cheeky play there by JefG, basically using the attack ground ability to attack through, you know, tree lines and hedges like that. Decent device there for those periods. 250 after withdrawing, grabbing the victory point here. Motor pool for JefG. Of course, JefG, one of those players who really likes his American-like vehicles. Well, they're playing as the Americans, obviously. They bring in the Pak 38. Probably in part because I imagine Ray's played against JefG a fair bit and thus knows JefG likes his light vehicles, and so he wants to make sure he's got some anti-tank weapons to ensure he doesn't get completely bowled over by Chaffies and Greyhounds. Having the Pak 38 there, of course, at the ready will be very crucial. Of course, no, actual anti-tank crews tended to be a bit bigger than 4-man. Even like the small Pak 36 typically had, like, I think, a 6-man crew. Of course, that's also on paper, and in reality, typically, in particular to War on, obviously, these crews would get lowered down. It's, you know, free up manpower for other places. Again, like this could, of course, would likely not have been what's supposed to be on paper, but might actually been on the front lines. Kind of highlights just how messy things got on the, you know. It's sort of like a bit interesting to talk about. Panzer Pioneer, of course, I know this is also for balance purposes because, I mean, we saw in the CoH3 6-man anti-tank guns are not good. In fact, they're providing some covering fire there, but it's not enough to really halt JefG fast enough. More Panzer Pioneer out here, and I imagine we'll be seeing some minesweepers for them. I mean, he's had hit some of the mines now out of JefG, and it'd be very odd here for Ray not to go for minesweepers. Not totally opt, since obviously having 2 flamethrowers is better than 1, but also not having your men's feet blown off is, you know, pretty good too. There we go, Chaffee light tank on the way for JefG and the forces of democracy. Panzer guns rolling up here, bike hanging back, could do some light repairs on that. Noting no ambulance yet here for Ray, and looks like he will be relying on the 250 Harpy for the first aid. They have the lightest infantry Geschütz 18. There we go. We do get the minesweepers, thumbs up, and some mines as well. Therefore, Raiders are having pretty good map control and also, well, crucially, a fairly good casualty rate here in his favor. 21 versus 7. Of course, there's one light vehicle that has been lost, but still, that's overall pretty good there for the Germans. JefG, unfortunately, not being able to leverage his assault as much as he'd like to here in the early game. There you go, Chaffee on the way. Will he charge straight in here? I mean, there's a unit here that could theoretically go for some anti-tank grenades. And while he hasn't seen the Pak-38, it certainly wouldn't be foolish to assume there is one around here. So yeah, he pulls back the Chaffee there. Very smart. And of course, it's just what the flak filling could also do to the Chaffee with some armor-piercing rounds. Do also have some minesweepers out here for JefG. Thumbs up to that. Still, JefG maintaining fairly good map control, but again, it's coming at a bit of a cost. He needs to somehow switch to... Oh, and of course we get the Scott. Straight to the Pak-38. Yeah, Scott. Obviously, Scott's going to happen. It's like one of the primary reasons players go for this battle group, alongside, of course, the EC8 and War Machine. But that said, it's overall an incredibly good battle group. Like, pretty much everything in it just has high value or utility. It's kind of crazy just how good Armored Battle Group is, really. That said, he definitely should get this repaired up, but on this map, the Scott is incredibly good. I mean, it's self-propellatory, not with the biggest range, but still enough range, plus it's highly mobile, and it can take a few hits, so it can be very difficult to deal with this map because there's so much terrain here it can easily hide behind. And so many bottlenecks that can be covered with mines, making any pursuit of the Scott here very difficult. Incredibly good light vehicle for this map, to put it generously. Chaffee there getting sniped. I think here JefG might want to pay a bit better attention. There we go.
Enemy forces have captured the victory point.
Grabbing that victory point here. I'm still surprised we haven't seen... Okay, we do get some healing out finally for him, by the way. He needs to fix up his Scott and his Chaffee. Chaffee would be replaced shortly after the war by the M48 Walker Bulldog light tank. They even make, I believe, a light anti-aircraft tank based off the Chaffee, though again, that was also post-World War II. Little fun fact, maybe. Going to mine with the Panzer Pionier. Further south, assault engineers closing in here.
Panzer Grenadiers have been mustered. The enemy has taken a victory point.
The ambulance at the ready, flak-filling engaging the captain. More assault units here out of JefG is an interesting choice at this point. I mean, it would just go more, in a sense, troops to push the field with, but against the opponent with an increasing number of light vehicles, that might encounter some issues. But then again, he just laid down a lot of mines. I mean, he's getting 41 munitions per minute, so he can lay down a mine a minute. Now, for Ray, I imagine we're looking at a Panzer Armee Commando here soon, and maybe some Panther 3s or something else. Soon he can start, like, getting ahead of the tech curve there against JefG, the better, I'd say, for him. Yeah. JefG here, moving in, securing the north half of the map, grabbing the fuel pond there as well. Depriving Ray of crucial fuel resources. Mines set off. Then again, he's laid down a lot of mines, and we will likely continue to lay down a lot of mines. So, again, casualty-wise... Obviously, things are looking great for Ray, but map control-wise, things are looking a little less ideal. Scott, they're getting hit again. Been good using the bike here to spot for the Pak-38. Thumbs up to that, obviously. I mean, there's several ways here JefG could tackle this. Obviously, could try and attack head-on. He could also try and like attack through here and here at the same time, catching Ray's support weapons here from a series of angles they might not be able to easily deal with, because if JefG can now remove this Pak-38 from the equation, it means Ray doesn't really have a lot of like serious measures to stop any of JefG's light vehicles, at which point things could escalate out of control very fast. We'll have to see what ends up happening. Ray that decides to go on the offensive against JefG and actually pushes his half-tech here way into far there, and we can see there JefG takes the gambit here, charging him the Chaffee. It misses though, and he actually stops up in front of the Pak-38. Bit risky there, because, I mean, again, he exposed him to more fire there in front of it. Part of me, I would actually just driven right past it, because I could still fight the flak field, but also get past the fire of the Pak-38 there. But in this case, he did make it out of there, so obviously it does work out. But just sort of mention an alternate, path he could have taken there. Still, JefG and the US 45th Infantry continue to put up a brave fight there for northern victory points. Also sneaking up on the south side, exploiting the intention up north here to again make gains in the south. This is always a handy little tactical attention skill there to have. It's like being able to realize, okay, stuff's going up north. I can then maybe sneak in a small unit to do some stuff elsewhere if possible. So thumbs up to JefG going for the tank depot. So that definitely looks like War Machine and Sherman EC8s at a fantastic Brad Pitt discount. Ray, though, also pushing for the Panzermehrkommando, but of course, it's the Germans. There's no such thing as discounts in the German army, except the 5-finger discount. And he hasn't gone for the mechanized company to go for that recovery half-track, so not on that frame either. .250 half-track holding out here for Ray. We also know we do have an ambulance out now for him, in the name of Deutschland. Fresh road troops are certainly being gutted there on the altar of war's German Panzer Grenadiers laying down heavy fire. Noting the veteran scrollers there. Thumbs up to Ray. That's that one up there. 11-minute mark.
One of our units has been slain.
And a lost unit there for the Germans. Looks like the bike finally bit the bullet, or also very likely a mine. So, tank there, but there's almost done for JefG. We'll have to, of course, he goes for next.
New Tiger tank.
Ray going straight for armored reserves, though. No sitting about here for Panzer IIIs or anything like that. Just straight into the armored reserves. Guessing a Panzer IV here that could be a Tiger, but it seems a bit risky here. But definitely, I think give JefG more time to Nervich, whatever advantage he's going, because I mean, Ray obviously knows he's gone for armored, so the more time he gives JefG to just build up like a swarm of EZ8s, the less ideal for Ray. And certainly trying to go for a Tiger tank right now would very much allow JefG to just, build up that, Brad Pitt parade of victory. We'll see there. Sonia's captain there supporting the assault. Captain Joe Roberts, Tennessee, only to get gutted there by the flak feeling. Yeah, we got continued build here from JefG Ray. Also, casualty-wise, starting to slowly catch up. They're getting some more work done there. Someone's even got bazookas here from the bazooka team that got knocked out. And there you go. Whoa, aggressive ambulance play there out of Ray. Must have been a misclick because, I mean, versus the Americans, you really don't want your ambulance being that big of a target. I mean, even versus the British, obviously. Apparently they got both bazookas too. That's actually really good in a sense because that's a 5-man bazooka team there. They can also throw satchel charges and lay down mines. That's a pretty big blow here to Ray. Lost the flak feeling. Satchel charge while being thrown down. Almost blew up his own chaffee with it, which would have been fairly amusing had that happened. Unless, of course, we are the Americans there. Got Scott assisting. Really turning into a mess. And we got another satchel charge here. JefG's throwing them out like they're bloody candies. But somehow the pack for it dodges it all. We got 100 farm shown away. Chaffee goes down. We do have the Panther IV ready now for Ray. Assault grenades full up as well. Here's some assault troops here to fight in these narrow confines. Cancels the 100 farm Sherman. Got these hit unlocked. It does pop it. I think we'd even go for, War Machine already now and get it at a discount. Want it. More mines going off here. Definitely putting a bit of dent into Ray's assault. Half-track achievement as he pushes in quite aggressively here. Scott looking to make a hasty retreat. 30 cal there left to fend for itself as German troops breach the perimeter. Charging in for Deutschland. EC8 they're almost done now for JefG. Really good push here by Ray. But now the EC8 has arrived. And things might just get a bit uncomfortable here for Ray again. We'll have to see. All the way, Brad Pitt is here. Have no fear.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Further south here, Punchman grab at the 30 cal. Panther IV sneaking forwards. Pack fitting in slam. Some slamming shots there on the Scott. Easy to arriving here, engaging the Panzerkampfwagen. Panther 4 shoots the crew, though, spectacularly misses as they go wide. 180-1792 here. In the south, your 30 cal pushed off, but not for ground direction. Went further south. Mines exploding there. Crippling several of Ray's Panzer Grenadiers. There we go. Panzer Storm and the Loiter. Much for price there. Ridiculous ability. And again, on a map this small and this tiny, Loiters become even better because, again, there's a lot of bottlenecks. There's a lot of ways for the vehicles just to get caught up in bad pathing, making it even better. Plus, again, there's just so much less room, so again, it just covers more as well of the map. So charging forward to this one, can you see?
The victory point is being taken from us.
Lactus infantry shots firing, Panther 4 flanked here with the EC8 pack 30 repositioning. If JefG, I think, had more force for this, he could make a really good push against Ray, but he's not bringing enough units to really make this work. Or he has artillery to like suppress parts of Ray's defense here, but say some smoke rounds at the very least. I mean, he does have the Scott. The Scott was obviously all the way up there. Meanwhile, JefG's getting close to be able to call in another EC. He still hasn't gone for War Machine. I don't know why, but maybe he just feels like he does need it. Maybe you think he's already winning hard enough. He does need to win more. Unlikely, but it could be. As for Ray, I mean, could go for another Panther 4 soon, could also go for the Stoops. Or could just hold out for a Tiger tank, of course, as mentioned before. That does carry a few risks, in particular if there's US armor that can just, you know, flood the field with very cost-effective tanks. Glad to see. Not an anti-tank there for JefG. And even then, he's got plenty of resources spared to go for another Sherman EZ8. This is where things start to get a bit uncomfortably overrated. There's also, of course, the other advantage, which is, of course, with all these assault engineers, he can get his tanks repaired up pretty fast. So not only can he go for a lot of EC8s, but he can also ensure the downtime for them is pretty limited. I mean, Ray does have 2 Panzer Bunny escorts. It's not entirely like Ray does have many matches there, but on the other hand, can't really just easily muster like a swarm of EC8s. And there you go, we do get War Machine in the end. And JefG decide he needs to win just a bit more for freedom. Sherman EZ8, they're halfway done. We got the guns blasting their light infantry gun, hoping to snuff out a few American lives. Extinguish them like embers of bonfire. It's meant to be put out a long time. EZ8 then, number 2. Ready? That definitely means JefG's got a bit more advantage. How will Ray respond to this? It does look like it could be a Tiger tank here. Slowly pushing northwards. Could threaten the victory point as well, but clearly not willing to stretch out too far there in case of a potential counterattack. Or perhaps awaiting armoured support before doing that. There's all manner of possibilities here, truth be told. Got the cache here out of JefG, and that's going to be a fuel cache. He's definitely going to be leaning hard into the Sherman EC8s. Which, of course, again means the whole relying too much on the Tiger tank strategy could be a bit dangerous here for Ray. We'll have to see, of course, how that goes. Nope, it goes for the Flak 36. Oh my. Meanwhile, JefG's building another fuel cache. That seems a bit heavy, but again, further fuels his commitment, of course, to Brad Pitt. Also, we got a little altar of Brad Pitt. And there you go, EC8's going down, the German Panzer crew panicking. Back, Rudolf! Back! There's too many of them! Says 2! Yeah! That's more than enough! No, cancels the Flak 36 for the Pack 38. And then cancels that again. Looks like he is going to go for the Tiger tank after all. Ray clearly having some moments of hesitation and doubt in the face of the Allied War Machine. Not that I blame him. There you go. That's 2 fuel caches out here for JefG for a total of 8 extra fuel per minute. That's where things get a bit uncomfortable there for the Germans in the longer run. And there you go. Tiger tanks arrived here. The Tiger 1 from the 408th Schwere Panzerabteilung, 2nd Schwere Panzerkompanie. Oberfeldwebel Friedrich Schmeisser charging him with his Tiger. 250 was there, assault engineers here. Panzer Pioneer could provide a bit of support. 270 to 320. JefG closing on another EC-80, of course, at a aggressively American pace here. Got 270 versus 320. Ray still has the advantage in terms of casualties. But of course, an increasing number of EC-8s that could change, but then again, he has a Tiger tank now. There it goes, strong hits. Here's JefG definitely unawares of the Tiger tank, goes in very aggressively, very confident, until he hits the Tiger tank. Surprising what a Tiger tank can do for your opponent's confidence at times. Anyways, 3rd EC on the way here, of course, for JefG. And with plenty of munitions, there's also plenty of HVAP rounds he can unleash on the Tiger tank if he remembers to utilize them. If he doesn't, that's a really big win there for Ray, though. There's definitely some players who keep forgetting about the HVAP rounds. And again, for those who don't know or forget, the HVAP rounds on the EC-8s increase the damage and the penetration, effectively turning them into mini Tigers. At a fat discount, obviously, with War Machine. So if you get a lot of EC-8s, you pop HVAP on the wall, they can rip through a lot of armor very fast. Which of course makes it amusing that so many players then never utilize that ability. But Ray here seems to have weathered the storm for now, bought some time, put down the jackboot and told the Americans that it's there, say stop, until they've run out of fuel ammunition. So ECs they're being fixed up. Again, utilizing the swarm of assault units here to quickly do some repairs there. 3rd EC linking up. And we got a mortar pit on the way for JefG, running with a bit of additional artillery support here. 270 for the 305, so there you go. Triple EC to the move there. Half a platoon. Roughly. I think the full platoon was 5 Shermans. Making a big push up north. I think in part what the reason is going to make them, instead of gaining the Tiger tank head on, it's going to force the Tiger tank to respond for it, so it might allow JefG to catch Ray in a awkward position here. For now, the slow assault up north, the EC-8s are not supporting it. Meanwhile, on the south side here, fighting continues at a pretty brutal pace. EC-8s continue to just sit back there. Okay, now they're moving up north. This one he's got pushed back. Panzer Grenadiers there, somewhat dug in, form up a formidable outpost. Deutschland, but now the EC-8s are coming in to crack it all open. Quick retreats, of course, realizing those EC-8s all fight that building, it's going to collapse and it's going to suffer a wipe. So how does Ray respond to this affront to German territorial integrity? Apparently not much. You can see the JefG's quick to pull back the EC-8s here, putting them back into reserve. Pushing forward to cover smoke here, good use of the mortar replacement. Oh, he's actually got 2 mortar pits, and he's actually laying down a lot of smoke with them. 2 thumbs up. It's only one way, of course, to get you some artillery support. And again, also very good in this map, again, due to the aforementioned things about this map being very, very tiny. So you can basically build up a large artillery battery without sacrificing population. And Ray again goes for the Flak 36 here. Try and match the sheer American numbers here with something with a bit of heft to it. We almost got a triple cap here from JefG on Ray, but Ray puts a stop to that. Mortar pits getting bombarded here. Assault Grenadiers, Panzer Pioneer, Panzer Grenadiers all charging forward. Tiger tank remains, though, cautiously in reserve. He's definitely concerned about where the EC8s are. He knows, like, if he makes a mistake with the Tiger tank right now, JefG could very quickly destroy it and knock him out of the fight here. Especially if JefG remembers to use the HVAC rounds on the EC8s. Flak 36 has arrived here. Running Ray with another big 88mm gun there to throw against the American EC8s. There you go, Flak 36 being moved forwards. Also keeping a bit of way there so he doesn't get hit by the American mortar pits, obviously. In this sense, he might hope to use the EC8 as space, drawing the EC8s and then into the Flak 36 there. So turn the gun there. Moving. Oh, deploying a lot of smoke there. Really effective play there. Makes it harder for the packs and the EC8s to just attack him from, but also helps against the Flak 36, which I imagine he doesn't know is there, but you know. Definitely just tactically completely messed with us. We even got White Phosphor there. Go Flak 36 fires. Ray takes a chance, misses. He could hope that maybe JefG didn't hear it. But then again, the Flak 36 does make a pretty distinct sound, so unlikely if he hasn't figured it out at this point. Far up north, they're trying to regain the northern field point and victory point for the Americans. We've got a 4th EC8 here for JefG. Situation for Ray is not getting better at this point. Panzer Pioneers pressed. Got the Titan trying to flush out the 30 cal there. Almost got the anti-tank in there. The Flak 36. And ambulance roll there. Giving now Ray 2 ambulances. Truly terrifying the Americans. Sir, we got reports from the front line. The Germans have not 1 but 2 ambulances. God damn. Someone reported to the White House. This situation is quickly getting out of hand. Gonna need Tom Hanks too at this rate. So EC8 moving forward, see it, but yeah, 4 EC8s out here for JefG. 4 EC8s. That's a lot of EC8s. Thankfully for Ray, though, JefG is playing his EC8s very cautiously at the moment. But that said, with the way the victory points are going, he doesn't have to play them hyper-aggressively either, because he's ahead on victory points. But at the same time, he just sits about there doing nothing with them as well. Though for too long, I mean, that does give Ray more time to get back to the match. Because again, that's a lot of resources just sitting about doing nothing. And that's somewhere around the range of 1200 manpower and 400 fuel, 440 fuel, just, you know, waiting to do something. Meanwhile, Ray's Tiger tank, which only costs about a bit of a half of that, is certainly getting a lot more value out in the field here, so can't sit around with those EC8s forever either. Ray slowly moving forward here with the Tiger tank and the Flak 36, keeping them close together. So that way he can always deliver maximum punishment here to the American tankers. He needs to get those northern victory points back, so he has to, like, you know, get in there. Very slow, cautious stuff here. South side here, American force moving forwards. Machine gun supporting the assault here. Good move there by JefG. Up north, moving the Tiger tank. Flak 36 being kept in reserve here. And there go Germans from the south, pinned down. 130 feet versus 281. Mines laid down here further. Frustrate the northern push here. EC8s unleashing hell on the Panzergrenadier. In the west, mines exploding there.
Our capture point is being neutralized.
Flak 36 sitting up, engaging there. Go good shot on the EC8 here. 122 with 281. The South German troops falling back. We got 118 now. The clock is ticking. Ray really has to start picking up the pace here, I think. This is not something he can afford for much longer.
We are losing
Going for that victory point. ECA is still keeping close distance there. Targeting forward, coming on the Flak 36 distance as well here. Panzer Pioneer close, being wiped out. Need to withdraw them. Los! Rückzug! Flak 36 trying in the ground here. Very clearly trying to keep track of everything in there. Go flank by the assault units on the anti-tank guns. Need to get that going there. He's going to try a saddle charge it here. Oh, he drives into it. Got him, Emma! Dodged it. 72 points left here. Ray needs to do something, and it needs to happen soon. Striking southwards instead. Flak 46 set up again, covering against potential flank attack here with the EC8s. JefG continues to just play them very hesitantly, using them more like a boogeyman than an actual tank unit there. Again, theoretically, not bad. I mean, certainly beats risking and losing them, but if you wait about for too long, it gives Ray too much time. There you go, moves in. One tank there, peels off, and the rest gets destroyed. That was probably a case of bad pathing, which tends to get a bit weird at times. Great though for Ray, they're seeing one of these easy blow up. It's got to be a bit of a morale boost. And there you go, Lloyd called in. All the American arm bunched up here in a good spot. Ray unleashes the Luftwaffe here. EC8s and Scots withdrawing. Definite tactical win here for Ray, though not strategic.
25 points remain.
Scott knocked out. More EC8s there for JefG. And JefG feeling a bit more active with those EC8s. That could have been a much different situation, but again, he's been playing, I think, too cautiously. Got 19 points left, though. Ray needs something of these victory points. 17. He snuck up there, though. Good play by Ray. If JefG's focusing too much on the western one, he can go for the eastern one. Thumbs up. Tiger tank on Overwatch outside the American base. Ray there with another EC8 there on the way. And we got the Flak 36, of course, covering the Tiger tank. So in case he swarms it, there will be other guns there to provide ample means of dealing with it. Ray could probably go for, like, in theory, some more units now, but he's a full pop cap, so he can't really. And JefG's just not pressing the match. I mean, in part, he doesn't really have to. I mean, Ray's down to 17 points here. Again, imagine he'd been more aggressive, but successful. It could have been GG by now. But oh well. You see, it's been catching the targeting on the flank here. Panzers being hammered. Flak 46, Pack 38 joining in there. Shots flying at it. No edge trap rounds there again. Seemingly JefG doesn't know about the ability. Or doesn't care for it. Hard to say which of the two it is. Soldiers closing in there, going for that sun victim. We've got the tank tanks going a great hit up north. German forces being overrun with no anti-tank weapons here. JefG's EC8s can cut a swath through them. We got a 5th EC8 now on the way for JefG. 5th one. That is a full platoon. Oh boy.
A victory point is being taken from us.
That's going to be a real nightmare there for Ray. But again, it does help Ray again that JefG has been very hesitant to employ the EC8s. And again, has not been using the entry rounds whatsoever. Flak 46 are doing good work there, gaining veterancy 1. Actually, I wonder what's veterancy. Holy smokes, it gains extra damage at veterancy 3? Wow. I did not know that. It's kind of crazy. Targeting is striking on the flank for the EC8 here. Ray, they're exploiting in a sense now that JefG's been a bit too passive. Seemingly he doesn't know how to handle all of these EC8s in some regards. He's striking in there, pushing forwards, and now he's setting up the Flak 46. In a sense, in between all the various EC8s, now they're split up, meaning, which could backfire on Ray, but at the same time, if JefG panics, it could allow him to pick off the EC8s more easily. We got another strike in the south here. We got 17 to 239 here. The match is definitely taking some very interesting turns. And for starters, it has a Flak 36 in it. 2 thumbs up. Striking for the southern victory point here. Ray needs to counterattack there. Machine gun nest there being shot at by the Pack 48 here, and the Tiger could also join in. EC8s lining up for something here. Could be a pincer maneuver in theory. Though with 2 EC8s unable to join in, they might exploding immediately. Who knows? So they're making a quick escape in the south. Get a lot of skirmishing here. And the Tiger tank is southwards alongside the Flak 36, willing to risk things up in the north here. A bit bold by Ray, but also just highlights he wants to keep these two together. So like, make sure, you know, they don't get defeated individually. It has its advantages, but again, it also means, like, you know, theoretically, if, like, you then just balls up these hits in another place, it's going to struggle. Swinging southwards here. Scouring the place for EC8s. Oh, caught them here. Tiga advances.
The victory point is being taken from us.
God, the assault units. In fact, JefG is taking a fair few losses there in the assault unit near front. Going for Northern Point. 17 is 207. 206. Gaps closing in here. There we go. EC8 striking in there. Apparently they're just looking for an opportunity to rejoin the other EC8s again. Straight to mine. Titan northwards, Flag for the 6. Guess he moved the truck, but I forgot it had been set to tow the Flag for the 6 again here. EC8 counter-attacking, catching the Tiger tank from the flank. Assault Grid's in trouble. Got the loiter again. Wiping the Assault Grenadiers. Veterans on the tank. EC8 here. Still no HREP rounds though. Out of the EC8 here. Got an EC8 here. Big win there for Ray. Flag for the 6 was ahead here. Ray definitely getting the drop here in JefG, who's seemingly strong to coordinate it all now. Tiger tank at the ace level. True hero. Flag 36 at 82. We see JefG's armor is getting surgically blown up. He's down in just 2 EC8s now. His captain just got snuffed out.
Victory point under enemy control.
I can imagine he just popped 8-rip rounds. I'm pretty sure that Tiger tank would have been toast. Much sooner than that, I think. EC8 scores a great hit. Got the victory point. JefG's on just 1 EC8 now with another one on the way, but that is it. I mean, these guys are putting down 17 victory points, so theoretically could still eke out a victory, but now the odds are not looking great. I mean, there's still also just the Flak 36 there. It's like half H towards Veteran 3. I don't think we'll be seeing it get to Veteran 3, though would love to see it. Just to see how much damage that kind of does to a tank there. More swan use for JefG. Pulling back there, the Brat Pit. Red and 1. Picking up the Tiga. Grabbing some points, bring the truck northwards. The ambulance. Recruit that Pack 38, I imagine. Could also recruit the 30 cal. Bad idea for Ray. No, actually recruits the 30 cal first. So yeah, JefG there, suddenly in a bit of a prickly position here.
Defensive position completed.
Had so many EC8s, but in the end just struggled to make full use of them. Particularly again, just making full use of that HVAP ability. I think that was really a slip there by JefG that really benefited
The
Ray.
enemy has only 100 points remaining. The advantage is ours.
89 points left here. JefG though keeps fighting the fight, it seems, but how does he intend to win this at this point, honestly? Ray's got every gun right now sighted at him.
Enemy forces on 75
And more crucially,
points.
just has such a difference, like just in terms of strength right now. It's going to be very tough for him to pull it. Look, we're going for the Tiger 10 gauge, hit on with the EC8s.
Victory point.
You will see any HP rounds out of JefG now. Still none. Still none. We do get white phosphorus at least, but no HVAP here. No attempt to just gain a damage and penetration bonus against the Tiger tank here. I feel like this is a bit of an error there by JefG of the higher order. Grenades on the EC8, damaging the Indian. Brad Pitt there cursing as he gets flung out of the tank. Another EC8 down the way for JefG. So many EC8s there, good lord. He's losing like the T-34s. And there you go, JefG surrenders. A victory for A there.
Once more.
The Grim Bellow's really looking close against him, but in the way JefG just kind of squandered his hand there. Like, he had all these Z8s, but feels like really utilized them. Partly again, no H-rep rounds, but also in any case, I feel like he could have pushed in and done a lot of damage to Ray, but just didn't. Allowing Ray, of course, to then get out the Flak 36 and, you know, use it fairly well there, so... I feel like JefG there kind of sabotaged himself. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial News. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another Sun episode. Bye, everyone.